Welcome to Ballet Bites, your daily 10-minute deep dives into all things ballet. Today, we're unwrapping some pretty electrifying news. Injury stats, AI choreography, even tariff tensions over pointe shoes. Ready to jump in?
Absolutely. Let's get right to it. So first up, we're diving into injury trends. What's the scoop there?
Well, check it out. According to a 2024 systematic review in Frontiers in Public Health, overall injury prevalence in classical ballet is over 80%, and modern and contemporary come in at around 82%. It's like, the injury numbers are shockingly similar, even though the injury patterns differ. For classical ballet, point work really strains the feet and ankles, while contemporary's floor work shifts some of that stress up to the knees, shoulders, and wrists.
That's interesting. So even though contemporary avoids all that point pressure, it just moves the risk elsewhere?
Exactly. It's like, you're trading one risk for another. For instance, nearly half of all contemporary injuries, 49%, still hit the foot-ankle complex, but kneeling moves drive knee injuries up to 34%. So, no magic cure here. Dancers need to buttress their joints with targeted cross-training.
Right. And speaking of innovations, I've heard about this new smart point technology. Can you break that down for me?
Absolutely. Here's where it gets futuristic. Johns Hopkins unveiled a prototype called PointSense. Imagine this: 64 pressure sensors embedded in a toe pad, plus a vibrating ankle cuff that nudges proper alignment in real time. It's a bit like a Fitbit for your toes, but designed specifically to warn you before you overpronate and risk an ankle sprain. Early
neat.
tests with the JHU Ballet Company reported a 31% drop in asymmetrical loading during relevés.
Wow, that technology could really be a game changer if it holds up in larger trials. But I have to wonder, won't dancers feel a bit overwhelmed by the constant vibrations or alerts?
That's a fair point. There's definitely a learning curve. The idea is for it to nudge you gently, almost like a subtle reminder rather than a harsh alarm. Still, it will require adaptation. And if it proves reliable, sensor-fitted shoes might be the new gold standard in a few years.
Yeah, I can see that. Fascinating. Now, what about the creative side? AI-generated choreography. I heard there's a lot of debate on whether it enhances or dilutes artistic input.
Oh, definitely a hot topic. Last October, The Guardian featured Lilith Aeon, the world's first AI-driven dance production, which was co-created with choreographers Aoi Nakamura and Esteban Lecoq. Plus, Wayne McGregor's AI Soma tool uses 25 years of his archives to propose step sequences in real time. So, there's a mountain of fresh movement ideas flooding in.
Lots
but
of
the
potential.
tricky issue is copyright. US law only protects human authorship, so there's a push for documenting every creative human decision.
Some dancers are really excited about the infinite variations AI can offer, while others worry it'll lead to algorithmic sameness.
Exactly. It's a delicate balance. While many see AI as a brilliant creative assistant, others, and I kinda agree, worry it might nudge us toward a mechanical, homogenized art form. The spectators want soul, not just predetermined sequences.
Right. It's almost like asking if a robot can capture the feeling behind the movement. Now, shifting gears, we've got tariffs messing with our point shoes, correct?
Yep, that's question 4. Cascade PBS reported that proposed 10% US tariffs on UK imports could hike up the cost of freed point shoes significantly. Think about it. The Pacific Northwest Ballet alone uses over 2,000 pairs a season. This could lead to six-figure budget bumps for companies or force them to scramble for different vendors.
So what does that mean for artistic directors?
Well, many are already bulk ordering to hedge against price hikes, but point shoes have a shelf life, so you can't stockpile them forever. Plus, these pressures might accelerate domestic manufacturing or push more dancers toward tech options like 3D printed thermoplastic models. It's a reminder that even in art, global politics and economics leave their mark.
Absolutely. And speaking of tech, there's also talk of eco-friendly point shoes, right?
Yes, that's our 5th sizzling topic. The Corva Consortium recently unveiled an experimental line of biodegradable point shoes at London's Future Fabrics Expo. Their concept involves fusing mycelium midsoles with bacterial nanocellulose uppers. Yeah, compostable satin, folks. But here's the hitch. Lab drop tests show these shoes last only
Cool
3 to
concept.
5 shows, compared to the 10-show average of carbon-reinforced ones.
So, while they're amazing from a sustainability angle, their durability isn't there yet for main stage demands?
Precisely. For now, they're more suited as eco-friendly rehearsal shoes rather than the workhorses for regular performances.
That's a solid point. It's exciting to see innovation, but sometimes the trade-offs are huge.
Exactly. It's all about balancing sustainability with performance quality. Now, circling back, the big picture is that contemporary ballet isn't the injury-free pass some hoped for. It just reshuffles the risk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Technology like PointSense is promising, but still needs more data to be a definitive cure-all. And then there's the whole AI choreography debate, which is a creative sandbox mired in legal gray zones. Tariffs are proving that even pointe shoes are political, and sustainable footwear is slowly finding its way to the stage.
That's quite the cocktail of issues. But I wonder, is there any critique on how these topics are being approached? I mean, could it be that the conversation, especially around injuries, doesn't fully account for the individual dancer's training nuances?
That's a thoughtful challenge. The injury stats are broad brushstrokes from a systematic review, and indeed, individual training regimens can vary dramatically. However, these numbers do signal that no matter the style, dancers need joint-specific prehab routines, be it for the ankle or the knee. Coaches and directors are already tailoring cross-training regimes, so while the stats are generic, they do raise crucial red flags that merit customized approaches.
Fair enough. I see what you mean. It's critical that dancers are proactive, not just waiting for tech or policy to catch up.
Exactly. It's all a call to diversifying training methods and embracing both the art and the science. Whether it's using step-by-step tech feedback or integrating smarter warming-up routines, every bit counts.
And on that note, the future of ballet seems to be at a crossroads. A blend of technological innovations and traditional training intricacies, all set against a backdrop of economic and environmental pressures.
Right. It's a fascinating dance of progress and preservation. The industry's trying to balance on a tightrope between centuries-old traditions and 21st century tech. Each development brings promises and, yes,
exactly.
pitfalls.
It's kind of poetic, isn't it? Ballet has always been about pushing boundaries, and now it's literally influenced by global policies and digital innovations.
Absolutely. It's like, the choreography of the future is being written on multiple fronts: injury prevention, performance enhancement, and even environmental sustainability. And amid all this, dancers get to be innovators in their own right, adapting and evolving their craft.
Truly inspiring. So to our listeners, what's the takeaway?
Bottom line, whether you're a classical dancer or into contemporary's dynamic style, there's no shortcut to safety. Diversify your training, log your shoe mileage, and be open to adopting smart tech when it proves reliable. And yes, keep questioning, because innovation, like art, is an ever-evolving dialogue between tradition and new ideas.
Absolutely right. Well said. And remember, every step, pun intended, is part of this complex dance, where risk, creativity, and ingenuity all come into play.
Exactly. It's the imperfections and the challenges that drive the art forward. The evolution of ballet is as much about safety and sustainability as it is about the beauty of movement.
And with that, we're signing off this edition of Ballet Bites. Keep your minds curious, your training diverse, and your pointe shoes, smart or otherwise, well maintained.
Yes, indeed. We'll be back soon with more deep dives into the issues shaping ballet today. Thanks for joining us on this dance of ideas.
Yep, thanks. And don't forget, we love hearing your thoughts. Whether it's applause or critique, your comments make this conversation even richer. Until next time, keep dancing with passion and intelligence.